Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our
First show. We start with the first section where we talk about daily issues, daily subjects during this quarantine, and today's subject is decisions. It is hard to make decisions, you know that, especially if they are big, that will have great consequences on your life. So what helps you make those decisions?
Okay. What helps you do a decision for me that is something very basic is you don't know the other outcome. As simple as that. The moment you do a decision, you will never know the other outcome, because even if you do come back and do the other one, the time did change, the consequence did change, everything did change. So the moment you know that, the moment you will choose one, you need to go for it. It's simple. You make a decision as simple as that. Okay?
Now, how you make that decision to go one way or the other?
For me, it depends. Like, okay, so if I give it from business perspective, I will do an analysis, I will do a study, but as quick as I can. And afterward, there is the gut, and the gut have the biggest weight in the decision, because the analysis may say different things, but if you don't feel it, you will not go all in. You will not do the unexpected things, and so you need to go with your guts, to be honest, because most of the things we agree on, but the difference is the execution. The execution make a difference. So if you want to do the best execution, you need to believe, because you may try it theoretically and don't work, and this is simple in our field, which is marketing, and it's simple if you have a vision and you apply it in short term without a lot of sample. It's simple to say it don't work or it did work. So you need to believe in, you need to find new ways, you need to search and work on it and test and learn and go on and don't stop until you see it succeed. So it's easy. The decision may be easy, as we did earlier. The moment we did decide to take out a section, we did have a brief, like 3 minutes before starting shooting, and we did decide, okay, this is not going as well as we did hope, and we don't see it sticking. So we did say, okay, take it off, and this is it. We'll not wonder how it will be if it's there, how it will not be, because we have our principle, we have our value and objective, and the moment we have that, and that is consistent, the other thing is depend on you.
Yeah, in this example, we are in a test phase, so we test different things. So decisions are not as hard as they usually are, because we're like, okay, we tested long enough this section, let's try to take it off and test how it does without it. But if it's a big, huge decision, like taking a new job or actually moving, so it has big consequences on life. So what helps me take, I wouldn't say the right decisions, because you don't know if they are right away. Maybe with time you feel like, yeah, I've done the best choice I had. But whenever I am confronted with a decision, I actually sleep on it. Give it time, because sometimes you're overwhelmed or think you want something whereas you didn't think it through. So don't jump right away if you have time, obviously. If you don't have to make that decision right away, there are situations where you have to make decisions. Okay, if you have time, take your time, sleep on it. And I usually write the pros and cons of every decision. If you have you have to take this way or the other. Do the pros and cons. If you are all in, you know, you only see pros, then it is easy. But sometimes you find yourself like, you know, a little bit between both the decisions. So one thing that helped me is to do the pros and cons, but not only to like write all the pros and the cons. Know each pro, the value of each pro, because you can find like one pro and like 10 cons, but the pro is so worth it versus the 10 cons. So yeah, write it down, try to go through it, and yeah, I give it to you also the guts. Usually don't lie.
Yeah.
So if you feel like, you know, I feel like doing this, I don't know why, but I feel like I am comfortable, okay, don't take the decision right away, try to think it through. But then if you feel like you're not comfortable with this big shift in your life, maybe you have to listen to your instincts, you know. So yeah, I would say sleep on it, give it time, try to write the pros and cons, and then once you made your decision, just don't think it anymore. Don't think about it anymore, because if you make your decision and go work, like start living on that decision, don't spend your time regretting what you did or the decision you made. You have to like, how can I say that?
Yeah, you did make a decision, so the decision is taken. Now you need to prove that your decision is
act
good.
on it,
So,
you know,
so
live.
assume and that this is the good decision because you did take it, and it's taken in this part of your life. So
you cannot go back. You cannot change things. So regretting is not helping, and it's not gonna help you. So take your time to make your decision. Yes. Take your time to write it down and think it through. Yes. But once the decision is made, just don't overthink it anymore. Don't think about it or regretting it anymore. You should just move forward.
Did you have a decision which was like very, very close between the pros and cons?
Yeah. Yeah, lately actually I was thinking about moving into this house and my old house was way tinier, like really smaller, but so I had like a list really close of cons and pros, because this one is more expensive and I couldn't really afford it. The other one less expensive, but it's too tiny, especially that I got married recently, so it was for a single kind of person, you know, and this one is closer to public transportation. The other one I had to take my car. So yeah, the pros and cons, it was so unclear in my head for a while until I took the decision. And despite everything, despite the financial crisis and all the quarantine and everything, I know I did the best decision, and I have to live the consequences now and try to deal with it and live through it without regretting moving. I don't regret it at all. I wouldn't have where to shoot videos there, so yeah, I think I did the best decision. Maybe the timing was not great, but you don't choose when opportunities come to you in life, so yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. Moving on to
section number 2.
And the last section, where we read inspirational quotes to be inspired and inspire you guys with us. So today's quote is...
So, the quote of the day. Once we know our own weakness, they cease to do us any harm. And it's said by George Christoph Leichtenberg.
I love it. I love this quote. I really love it. Yeah, it is important to know your weaknesses, be aware of them, not too self-cautious because it will get into your head and maybe have a negative impact. But you need to know your weaknesses and either accept them or work on them.
Yeah.
Right? So that they wouldn't be a way or let's say a weapon that can destroy you or that can take you down.
For sure. Yeah, so for me is, as you said, I see it like somebody did handle you your personality as a deck of cards. So you have your deck of cards, you know the best card that you have, but you need also to know the worst card that you have. And from that worst card, either sometimes some of them try to change them, certainly when you are young, and try to grow them, but not all of them. Sometimes you need to know what is your best thing and worst thing and try to play with your best thing and know and expect that the worst thing will betray you in a way or another. So, and if you have that, you will try to strategize better. So for example, if you are a shy person and you want to create a company, either at the beginning start to take it off and be less shy, or say I am shy so I need a new salesperson with me who will sell the product and he will be the face of the company and I will work on the other thing. So either do one or the other, but in both cases you need to know your weaknesses, and to do so there is a simple thing is as asking people, and afterwards you need to wait the people. So because for example family don't see you as well as
objectively
objectively, or even as well because they see you in certain circumstance. It's not the same thing as a person who see you at work. It's not the same thing as a person, even us, and we take it, we know each other since we were young, and we did learn a lot of new things
when we worked together.
We did work together, because you see another part
face.
Another part of face.
Or behavior. I wouldn't say like masks and faces, and I wouldn't use those words, but I would say that you behave differently, so you discover that part of the person that you didn't know before. Absolutely, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, that was a nice quote. So thank you guys for watching. Don't hesitate to send us your impressions and your feedback via Instagram, LinkedIn and email.
Thank you very much, and see you next time.
Bye.